only 3 decades long. At the time when I started IT, my opponents, my opposition parties used to attack me. People want pump set, not telephone. Today, I am proud to say Hyderabad city is a knowledge economy, totally. And also, we built one of the best city. 25 years time, highest per capita income is from Telangana. They are number one. And also, one decision we have taken 3 decades back, 2.5 decades, all over the world, highest per capita income, Indians, among Indians, Telugu community. Now from IT to AI. This is a game changer. But how to go about all these things is very important. There will be a lot of changes in the near future. For everybody, every person day-to-day life, AI is going to play a crucial role. Now data center, data is wealth. How to use this data through AI and also with quantum computers, it all depends upon the ability of that country or individual or state governments. I am confident it will have a transformative changes in the near future.
Chief Minister, you have also stressed on entrepreneurship, on creating businesses around technology, around global value chains. Can Andhra Pradesh become the new entrepreneurial capital of India in the East Coast?
No, that is going to happen. If you see Hyderabad today, it is only 25 years journey. Now, sometimes God has given me again one opportunity. Hyderabad city, I added one city there, Cyberabad. Now that is the city, best city for livability. Now I am building after bifurcation one more city, that is Amaravati. One of the most beautiful city. It will be every person on the globe is going to talk about it. That is how we are doing. Hyderabad was brownfield city. It is a greenfield city. You name greenery, you name green energy, blue, and also all ducts will be with a very clearly in a ducts, all utilities will go on duct. Like that, everything perfectly. Technology, we are going to use it at most efficiently. Finally, pollution-free capital. Anybody wanted to live long, you come, I am offering Amaravati the best place to live. That is what I am going to build, one of the best cities in the world.
No, I am convinced that as Observer Research Foundation, we have a center in Mumbai, in Kolkata, in Delhi. Our southern center should be in Amaravati. That is what we should do.
There is no discussion about it. Straight away you can come to Amaravati. There is no better than that.
Chief Minister, we also are looking...
Now I am organizing in Amaravati. If you see in IT, majority are Indian origin. Either Google or Microsoft, IBM, any other company for that matter. Now we are starting in Amaravati Global Leadership Center with CAI, Confederation of Industry, and also Government of Andhra Pradesh. We are working together. Already we have given land. Davos is economic forum. Amaravati will be leadership forum.
Wonderful.
That is where we are promoting. That is the best place for you also to come and have your office.
I'm coming, sir. We are coming. No, I have a question which is, because this is the geopolitical conference. For the last 2 days, everyone here has been saying that people cannot agree. There's disagreements, polarization, weaponization. Everyone unhappy outside India, sir. But they say India very optimistic. The chief guest said India is a very optimistic country. So my question to you is, how do you achieve consensus between state and center, even amongst your own people, to be able to do such big projects?
Now all of you, if you see, India is one country. We are having a very, very rich I can say legacy. Tolerance, discussion through dialogue. Our government, both state governments and also central government are working very well. It is a cooperative federalism. That is where our growth rate is very impressive growth rate. If you can see 7 plus, there is an opportunity to grow 10 plus also. Our Honorable Prime Minister, all of you have seen, is a leader by building consensus on any issue. That is where he is working now. Any leader, generally what we have to do, here I have seen in politics for the last 4.5 decades. I have seen pre-economic reforms, post-economic reforms, pre-technology, post-technology, everything I have seen. Ultimately, consistency in policy and building consensus is very, very important. That it has to help short-term, medium-term, long-term, sustainability and global peace and happiness. That is very, very important. Not only satisfying our stakeholders and global community should be happy. Or otherwise, somewhere something will happen, we are also worried about it.
Chief Minister, we also see increasingly that the state governments and the states are actually the geographies that are of interest to outsiders. People say India, but within India they also choose the states. There is a competitive federalism, there is cooperative federalism, but there is also the role of the states in actually being the ambassadors of India in many ways. Andhra Pradesh is the geography which will attract companies, which will also deal with provinces of different countries. How are Indian states, and especially how is Andhra Pradesh looking at this new global India, where all of you are also going to be in many ways the diplomats of India?
So Indians are the best diplomats, I can say. If you see anywhere in the world, we won't create any problem for that local community. We will adjust with them. And also we are very, very amicable. That is where I am saying, as on today, we are serving the global community also. 20 years back or 15 years back, from my state, nobody, only limited to America and some other countries. Today, if you name any country, that country, our Telugu community is there, and also Indians are there. They are the best diplomats, and also they are working for the global community, for their welfare. That is the biggest contribution from Indian community, especially on technology side.
We also have seen in recent years that state governments are also now investing heavily into rethinking the education and skilling and knowledge spaces that we need to create. And since you're building a whole new city, maybe my question would be that, are you investing for education for the future?
No, this is a very important issue. Earlier, some limited Indians are having talent. To have career, we used to go to different countries, especially for Silicon Valley and other places, in America, everywhere. Now, Indians are very strong in talent. Future, reverse way it is going to happen. Wherever there is a talent, opportunities will come to that place. Distance is not the constraint today. Anywhere you can start a global company. And in knowledge economy, by using technology, I can service anywhere in the world. If necessary, I can go to that country for physically. Both are available. That is how things are happening. This is where I'm going in a big way. Skill development and technology. In Andhra Pradesh, if you see, one is Google is coming. In one city, Visakhapatnam, 5 gigawatt capacity data centers are coming. And also AI is coming. Now to supply all these things, we need green energy. We are very strong in green energy. India is having a big advantage of energy transformation. Only India is the country, single grid. I can produce power anywhere in the country, I can use anywhere in the country. Even America didn't have that advantage. In future, our government, central government is thinking, one is green energy corridor, that is transmission lines. One is other use, that is thermal, hybrid, all energy, separate this one. Green energy is going to produce green hydrogen and ammonia. India is going to export energy in the near future. In Andhra Pradesh, already one plant has come, biggest plant, Green Co. They are preparing green ammonia. Already they are having agreement with Germany. They are going to supply. So that is the future India is leading now.
And you are investing in young people who are going to be leading that future.
Totally in transformation is happening. One example I'm giving you. Recently we wanted to go for to AI. Next level is quantum AI, algorithms how to write. I gave a call. Immediately they have registered nearly 60,000 people within 2 days. And also Chennai, IIT has started one online courses on AI. Around 208,000 people joined. Among 208,000, 104,000 are from Andhra Pradesh. That is 50% of students are from Andhra Pradesh. Even if you see now today, anywhere in the world, overseas students are from Andhra. That is where I am building, I am investing in a big way for knowledge economy, especially knowledge and technology. Both has to go together now.
There's a very interesting bill you have introduced in the legislative assembly on population management, and you are now incentivizing the third child in families. What is the thinking behind this?
No, this is very interesting subject for all of us. Some of the countries are facing as on today, aging problem. Earlier they are unable to attend. India is having an advantage for demographic dividend. It will be there up to 2047. India replacement level, fertility rate is 2. For replacement we need 2.1. Now my Andhra Pradesh as South India, we are having around 1.5. We are far below replacement level. Now I introduced a population management policy. First time a state government has introduced population management policy. One child we are giving our incentives. If anybody is having second child, straight away I will give 25,000 rupees cash on delivery, and also third child also will give. For third child, we are going to give monthly 1,000 rupees for up to 5 years for nutrition, for how to build that child. That is where we are doing. We are giving maternity leave for 1 year. Even we are giving for males also 2 months or 1 month leave for look after their child. So responsibility for maintaining the children, it is a parental responsibility, equal responsibility. Wife and husband has to look after equally. That is where we are promoting now.
How has the response been to this idea in Andhra Pradesh generally?
Now today lot of discussion. Exactly 25 years back, I promoted population planning. At that time I used to go and explain to all people, population is increasing, air is not increasing, water is not increasing, land is not increasing, there will be problem.
So at that time you were asking them to control.
Control.
Now you're asking to expand.
Promote. Same politician, I am doing both roles. This is very interesting, otherwise we will be outdated. So we have seen the danger. I was able to, at that time also, so many people told me, you cannot do it. First, female literacy. Then second, eradication poverty. Then it will happen. Now people are asking me, You are asking to have more children who will give proper nutrition, education, better living standards, everything. But once all of us has to think only one thing. There is population, we can use technology. Otherwise, robots will be there, work will be done, but very, very difficult for survival. Now countries are facing the same problem. Now those who are having more money, they are not having any children. Only one or no children, they are very happy. Even poor people are having more children even today. My tribal population, they are having more children compared to plain areas. So this is a discussion all of us has to do. Even people are all here, different countries. Even rich people should have minimum children, then only all these things will happen. So I wanted to take it as a challenge. Everybody is saying it is not possible. Whenever there is income, automatically people are thinking, some people are arguing with me, you are asking to have more children who will look after. To have one industry is very, very easy rather than having child and nurture him. That is the attitude of the people, but we have to change it. Otherwise, it will be difficult. India, as on today, we are having a very low, if you see India, big families earlier, even 20 people or 10 people. Even father and mother or elders used to mentor their children, even at the age of 40, 50. That is our culture. And also big families, earlier we used to treat as big asset. That is a big wealth also. Even to give girls for marriage at the time, they used to select only big families. Today, families are becoming more and more micro families. That is the biggest challenge. All intellectuals are here. You have to promote this idea, or otherwise, some of the countries are already facing aging problem and also population problem. Ultimately, if India can succeed, I am assuring you, India is only the country to serve global community for future. Not even one or two countries, everywhere. That is going to happen.
No, I think this is a wonderful line of thinking. You will not hear this anywhere else. That invest in AI, invest in quantum, invest in technology, have big families. You know, you would never hear this anywhere else in the world.
This is where I am asking all of you. AI we are talking, IT we are talking, quantum we are talking, data center we are talking, but not we are talking population management or aging problems. If you won't talk, then
That's
it won't
important.
solve the problem.
It's a very important aspect.
That is where I'm saying.
Thank you for highlighting this. I think there's no point of technology if you don't have humanity to serve. I think we also have to invest in humanity, and I think that's an important point. Let me, as we come to the end of this conversation, sir, let me ask you two questions. The first question: why are folks from Andhra Pradesh so global? Why is it that they are such global citizens? And I have visited over 100 countries. I've literally met someone from your state everywhere. What drives them to be so entrepreneurial in terms of going overseas and building businesses and becoming professionals?
No, this is a matter of discussing continuously. Exactly 30 years back, around late 90s, I promoted IT. Then I used to explain to my people, this is the benefits. Then all our people completed their graduation in IT. Then they used to do job work. At that time, America data will come, we'll update, then it will go to America, then daytime it is available for ready reference and further working styles. Then I asked them at that time, you are working, it is only you are getting peanuts. You have to go for products. Today I am very happy BSNL and also TCS and IIT Chennai and also one private company, they have brought 4G. That is the product. I'm very happy. I'm proud of it. For all these things, our Honorable Prime Minister is responsible. He gave encouragement for them. We have to go products now, Make in India, Made in India, Skill India, so many programs he brought. Now I'm telling you, as on today in knowledge economy, especially technology, we are serving globally. Tomorrow, all products are going to come from India. We are going to produce and also provide. Product perfection is going to come from India itself. Then you can see the change.
My second question would be, and this is the last question to you, sir. Andhra Pradesh and many parts of India are very good at filmmaking, culture, storytelling,
Not as filmmaking, creativity.
creativity.
Very smart in creating.
Very smart and creative. Why is it that we don't have a global mobile game brand or the special effects, video games? Do you think that is the next frontier as we move to?
No, we are starting now creative city itself. We are having in Amaravati 9 cities, education city, economic city, justice city, and also administrative city. One city is creative city. I want to bring all creative people there. Technology wise, if you see, in Andhra, I told you, now we are having space city. We are going, as on today, our satellites are launching in Sriharikota. Next to that, we are having a space city. All satellites are going to manufacture and launch from that place. We are having a drone city. Now we are seeing all wars, everything, civilian applications, drones are inevitable. Now we are having drone city in Kurnool. We are having one city, aerospace city. This is where we want to go for. India is a huge market for helicopters or flights, everything, jets, everything. And also electronic city. This is also very important. So I want to go for electronic city in a big way. And also medtech and wearables. Future is going to change on health. So everybody is having, no need to go to hospital as long as you take care of your health. Now we are seeing every day, I am also seeing Aura ring by seeing this morning. If my body is not recovered fully, I will take half an hour more rest. Even a ultra-human sensor, my glucose is rising, I will reduce my food. Or my glucose is less, I can have more. So that is the stage it is going to come. Preventive health is a reality. And also curative health, how to go cost effective. And also real-time monitoring of health wherever you are, you can do that. You can lift it. This year I'm planning drone taxi, ambulance, so that any patient I can bring from drone within no time, within 15 minutes or half an hour, from home to hospital or road accident to hospital. These are all the things are going to come. So personal medicine is not far away. All of us has to understand all these things are going to happen. So technology is available. Even quantum is going to, computing power is going to change. So many things are going to happen.
I think, if some of you were wondering why in India, most Indians are optimistic about tomorrow because we have leaders like Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. Please join me in applauding his wonderful intervention this afternoon. And so, I wear a Aura ring. I am wearing an Aura ring, and my Aura ring is saying that I have to go to Amravati.
No, I am very happy. All intellectual forum, excellent forum. Even our External Affairs Ministry is here. Honorable Minister is here. He is the best External Affairs Minister never we had in India.
Thank you.
From India.
Thank you, sir.
We are
Thank you
proud
so
of
much.
him. And also our Honorable Prime Minister, you are saying, you are giving good idea, he will adopt it, he will adopt immediately. That is how he is working. Now, future is for India. I don't have any doubt about it. All people are here. You give ideas, we will execute here. and then your country also can follow. Policymakers are there, you can do that. But it's where
Wonderful.
India is moving very fast. With this, I'm really thankful to you. And also good ideas, you send it to me also. I will execute immediately. Thank you, thank you, Ananda.
If I could request everyone to please take their seats, we'll be moving into our next session with Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal. Please take your seats. Everyone, please take your seats. We'll be moving into our next session. If I could request everyone in the front to also take their seats, please.
Yeah,